The woman had been meeting secretly with her lover when she suddenly began vomiting violently. She insisted her husband accompany her to the hospital for tests. After examining both of them, the doctor called the husband in alone. It turned out the woman had been diagnosed with late-stage liver cancer. If she didn't undergo surgery within a week, her life would be in danger. But performing this operation required not only a suitable donor organ, but also $1 million in surgical fees. The man was utterly shocked. He simply didn't have that kind of money. The doctor suggested conservative treatment instead. Unexpectedly, the man refused outright. He vowed to borrow money if necessary to get his wife the surgery and asked the doctor to help find a suitable organ. The man emerged holding the report. His wife asked about the results. Fearing she couldn't handle the truth, he lied, saying her report was fine and that only he had a minor issue. He then went to pay at the outpatient counter, but unexpectedly, his wife overheard the nurses chatting and mistakenly believed the man had late-stage liver cancer, requiring $1 million surgery fee. The woman instantly grew displeased. Just then, the man approached her. He told her he needed to leave for an urgent matter and asked her to go home first. The woman shot him a contemptuous glance and told him to get lost. Still immersed in his grief, the man failed to notice the woman's unusual behavior. He quietly slipped to a corner of the hospital and began calling different friends to borrow money. Unbeknownst to him, the woman hadn't gone home at all. Instead, she had secretly followed him. She had never truly loved him, and seeing him near death only strengthened her resolve to leave him. But she never imagined he would secretly borrow money for surgery. Though they were husband and wife, she had no intention of sharing his debt, so she devised a cruel plan. That afternoon, the man finally gathered the $1 million. Overjoyed, he went to the bank to withdraw the cash, only to be told by the teller not a single dollar remained in his account. All the money had been transferred by the woman at noon. Confused, the man returned home, where he found the woman's brother and mother waiting. He demanded the money back, but the woman flew into a rage. She'd looked it up online. Even if the late-stage liver cancer surgery succeeded, he'd be bedridden for the rest of his life. Was she supposed to spend her youth as his caregiver? Better to just die. That way, she could save a fortune and let the living enjoy life. The man realized her misunderstanding and rushed to explain, but she wouldn't give him a chance. Triumphantly, she told him she'd already transferred the money to her brother, who'd just bought a new car with it. The man panicked instantly. He ordered his brother to return the car immediately. This money was a matter of life and death, but his brother scoffed. What did the man's life have to do with him? He bought it and wouldn't return it. The man frantically explained to everyone that it was the woman who had late-stage liver cancer, not him. But the woman refused to believe him. She'd heard the nurse admit it was the man who was sick. Now, he was just trying to curse her. The man helplessly pulled out the medical report. Just as the woman leaned in to look, her mother snatched the report away and tore them to shreds. She refused to believe her daughter could be so young and already have such a disease. It must be the man, afraid she'd divorce him. So he forged the reports. The woman thought her mother made sense and smugly declared she wouldn't let the man get his way. The man was furious. Just then, the hospital called. The doctor had found a suitable organ. As long as they paid the $1 million surgery fee, the operation could happen immediately. Before the man could respond, the woman snatched his phone and told the doctor they wouldn't proceed with the surgery. Still unwilling to accept defeat, the man tried to wrestle the phone back, but his younger brother suddenly charged forward, shoving the man to the ground. He told the man to find a scenic grave site early, so he could at least enjoy the view after death. The man lay on the ground in agony, glaring at the scene with hatred. Meanwhile, the doctor asked the woman again, "Are you certain you wish to forego organ donation?" Without hesitation, she agreed, then hung up the phone. The man struggled to his feet, desperately trying to borrow money to save the woman. Yet this was how she repaid him. He couldn't help but curse her family, calling them a bunch of ignorant fools. But the woman showed no anger. The man's money was now in her hands, and the treatment surgery was impossible. Now all that's left is to wait for death. The dying have every right to speak their minds. The man was stunned by the woman's viciousness. He told her she would surely regret this someday, but the woman was utterly defiant. She wouldn't regret her decision now. The only thing she might regret was marrying him, a good-for-nothing who earned little and died young. She demanded a divorce. The man had already lost all hope in her. He agreed without hesitation and warned her, if she ever regretted it later, even if she begged on her knees. He wouldn't care whether she lived or died. The woman laughed triumphantly, telling him to hurry and pick out a funeral home. She would definitely die after him. But no sooner had she spoken those words than she began vomiting again. At that moment, she still didn't know that only 6 days remained until her death, and the man's life was about to begin anew.